Hey guys, Blonde Asino or Toxicazer here, and today we are going to be bringing you the spotlight of one of my more favorite monsters, and that is called Water Shellie. Yes, it is Water Shellie. Water Shellie is an attacker. It has 100% defense down for 2 turns on its 3-star skill, and Water Predator on its 5-star, which is basically increases the damage when it's attacking Water Astromon, which is kind of useless, but whatever. So I actually have 2, one variant and one non-variant that are all at level 60, and this one is on a HP defense attack, whereas this one is on HP defense HP, and I split them up for different reasons. One of them is for PvP, that is the HP defense attack one, and the other one is for just like overall PvE stuff. So now we're going to go in and see just how effective it is on certain aspects of the game. So the first thing you want to focus on in Water Shellie is, okay, what is its function? That's the first thing you want to do when you're looking at a monster. Now obviously with Water Shellie, it is an attacker, so it's kind of supposed to do damage, you would guess. But you also have to look at its skills. Its skills don't really hone its damage at all. So what we're going to call that is a utility attacker. If you guys saw my gemming guys video, you would know that I recommend utility attackers on HP attack defense. However, Water Shellie is a pretty big exception to this rule because it does have that coveted 100% defense down. Now this means that it will defense down unless resisted by the enemy monster. In this case, we're going to check out how effective it is in story mode, in in golems. Can't do titans because I actually want to do a Titans video after this. But we can, so you can check that out. It's probably gonna be out the next day. We can check it out in like Starstones and stuff like that. We're gonna just see because, all right, to put it frankly, Shellie is just a defense down bot. You use Shellie if you want to try to like manual things or speed up your runs and stuff like that, just to get the defense down for your runs. So let's check it out. First off, we're gonna go into an extreme mode. We're gonna see how effective Shellie is at defense downing things. Now we're not going to really check Shellie's damage, and the reason we don't check Shellie's damage is because, once again, its purpose is, again, like, it's not like the Arthur video. Shellie's purpose isn't to do damage like Arthur's is. Shellie's damage is simply to do this. Bop. Look, defense down. There we go. We're going to see out of 12 monsters how many times Shellie gets the defense down. So far, it's 1 for 1. So that's pretty good so far. Alright. 2 for 2 in story mode. Let's just keep going. We're gonna see just calculating how much the resist these things have. All right, 2 for 3 in story mode. On extreme, that is. I'm not sure if the different difficulties have different resists or not. But oh, 2 for 4. So it's a 50% right now. That's actually a lot lower than I expected. I expected it to be about 80, but round 2, we'll see if it changes anything. Alright, 3 for 5, 60%. 3 for 5 is not horrible. Alright, let's go to the next one. 4 for 6. 4 for 6. What is that like? Oh, math is so difficult. 17 times 4, 68. We're just going to skip that one. 5 for 7. 5 for 7. I think that's... Okay, I'm not even going to try to pretend like I know what that is. 5 for 7. 6 for 8, I know it's going to be 75%. 6 for 8, 75%. Okay, now we're getting back on track. 75% defense down ratio. Now let's check this out. Alright, that's 6 for 8, 7 for 9, 7 for 9. Oh shit, what did I just do that for? Damn it, 7 for 9, okay. 8 for 10, 80%. Alright. The last one, since I'm a fuck up at life, but that's okay. There we go. It is... Oh, shit. You guys know what the number is. I actually forgot the number. Shut the fuck up, okay? God damn it. How did I forget the number? You guys know what it is, though. You guys know what it is. Alright, anyways. So yeah, as you can see, it's probably around like 80% for Shellie in story mode. That's good, but the thing is, for story mode, obviously, if you're going to want to farm with more damage-based monsters, since the monsters are so weak, so while it is being able to proc its defense down, and it can accomplish its goal in story mode, that's not really the goal of story mode farming. So for story mode farming, I would say, like, you probably can find better monsters than Shellie, just even in the wilderness. Like, Water Mona is a great monster, Wood Anu, etc., etc. So I don't think... I would stray against Water Shellie for story mode, especially since you're going to want to build an HP attack defense or HP defense. Next up, we're going to try the Golem dungeons. We're going to try it in B7. Let's try it in let's try it in B7. Let's just use a decently fast team. Let's try something along the lines of 1, 2, 3, and where's this? 4. All right. Actually, we're going to use 4. We're going to see the resist of the mobs and of the Titan. So one thing to keep in mind when you're doing golems is that when you actually watch this, I'm going to show you guys something. Ready? Boom. So that's 1 for 1, but watch this. That was auto. They will all focus the monsters. So that's something to keep in mind. So I would recommend, if I was you, experimenting with and without defense downer in your party, because with a defense downer, all your monsters, if you just auto, will focus a monster if it's defense down. However, if you don't have the monster in your party, they'll focus like random things and they won't like overkill it so much. Like as you can see, it's 3 for 3, and if I autoed, even if I autoed without this little thing on, then they would still all focus the one that's defense down, which can slow down your runs. So what a lot of people have been doing is only putting defense down on one of their monster's 5-star skills, for example my Wood Banshee, and that's so that when you get onto the boss can still get defense down, but you don't have to worry about it slowing down your runs because it's by it being on a 3-star skill and all your monsters focusing it. Anyways, right now we're at a 4 for 5 on the trash mobs, so it looks to be about the same resistance. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if all the resistance of the trash mobs were just, now that I think about it, I wouldn't be surprised if they were all just 20%. They were all just the base resist, right? Because the only way to get resist is from substats. And all these resists are probably 20%. Thinking about it, I would say it's, okay, it's 20%. Let's just go with that. I have no proof to back that up whatsoever, but it seems to be about 20%. Anyways, that is something to think about when you're choosing your golems team, and if you want to use Shellie. Now, by no means are 3-star defense downers bad. They can definitely help your runs and stuff like that. But it's just something to keep in mind that if you're actually aiming, if you're a later game player and you're aiming for those super fast times, you actually might be getting slowed down if you're using something like a Wood Gatito or a Water Shellie. So it's better to experiment with and without it. Like put another damage dealer or a 5-star defense downer in instead. Anyways, let's check on the Titan to see how much it's doing, or if it can get defense down. 1 for 1. We're just gonna see how much we can do. All right, we'll probably get like 3 or 4 off, maybe. Oh. All right, 1 for 2. That's 50%. Not horrible. Uh-oh. I think this might kill if I get the defense down. So we're actually gonna attack first. Alright, 1 for 3. That's actually lower than I expected. I'm pretty sure this one's about like 50% to get the defense down. Maybe a little bit more, to be honest. Alright. Yep, 2 for 4. There's 50%. And now we're going to do something different. We're going to check the damage of our HP attack defense active. As you guys know, it's Water Predator. That actually did a decent amount. I don't know exactly how many hits that was or anything. But that did a decent amount. Probably like more than a Wood Arthur regular attack, so that's pretty good, especially I mean, it was wild defense down, but still, obviously, it's going to be defense down for a large portion of the game. And that is a 6-star gem that I'm not keeping, actually. Okay, this is a little bit of a tangent, but guys, look at this new gem I got for my Arthur. I just raised it today. Holy crap, this thing's insane. Anyways, sorry for going off that tangent, but yeah. So basically, for your for all intents and purposes, Water Shellie is it can be good in golems, but it also can slow down your run, so you have to do some trial and error there. For story mode, there's probably just better mons. For Astromon League, if it depends where you are. Let's put it this way: if you usually end up around, I want to say Challengers 3. If you enter in like, no, if you end up, oh man, what should I say? If you end up at 1,000 below 1,000, if you end up below 1,000, it's probably a god tier mon on offense, and it's probably it's always going to be a bad monster on defense, but it's probably like a god tier monster on offense if you end up below 1,000 trophies each week. If you end up between 1,000 and 1,200, it's probably decent, but nothing special depending on the defense that you're facing. And if you end up 1,200 plus, Water Shellie is going to be complete garbo. And the reason for that is the average resists that are going to be on the monsters in those tiers. In higher arenas, the higher you go up, obviously, the better substats gems are going to have because the players have been playing longer. And that can lead to more resist in the substats, which therefore leads to Shellie's defense down being completely ineffective. So for Astromon League, can be good on offense, not good on defense. Lastly, if we go to Titans, okay, before that, I know that Dragon Dungeon isn't up, but it's great for Dragon Dungeon. It's really, really good. Just because defense down is so important in that. Anyways, going into Titans, Water Shellie is probably one of the best monsters in the game because obviously you need debuffs in this. Like you guys can see right here, this is my water team, or it's a draft. I usually just switch up a couple of the monsters and stuff, but I use Water Shellie in my team, in this team, then in another team, then in a team after that I use Wood Gatito because these defense downers are so incredibly useful that it's actually like ridiculous. Exit. Yeah. Anyways. So, to recap, story mode. I would not use her in story mode. Better monsters. In golems, she can be good in golems, but you have to be careful because the trash mobs only have 20% resistance about, and she will defense down them and make all your monsters focus them, which can hinder your times. However, on B7, she's probably very good because of the Predator on her 5-star skill. You saw how much damage it did with the defense down, like a quarter of the boss's health. So it can be very good if you're like a newer player and you get a Water Shellie. Astromon League probably can be good on offense in lower arenas, not good in higher arenas. And Titans, definitely build as many as you can of her. Oh my god, did I just give a gender to a shell? Jesus Christ. Anyways, yep, that's been all, guys. I hope you enjoyed this spotlight. Comment below for whatever monster you want to see, and if you have any suggestions to the format. At this point, I'm just kind of going through and saying what I thought about the monster. For example, because Water Shellie was a utility mon, I didn't really think that it was necessary to judge its damage because, like, obviously you're not going to use it for damage, right? Instead, I tried to judge the other monster's resistances, and I actually learned something myself that most of the trash mobs are probably going to have around 20% resistance, which is interesting, but it makes sense. Anyways, enough tangents. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace out.